Mark Z probably delivered the most important message for any real estate agent to ever hear. And I remember I leaned over to you and I said, my only belief that if you're in real estate and you're building a team for this reason and this reason only. Otherwise, you just need to sell real estate on your own because you're going to make more money than trying to grow and build a team. But now if you grow and build a team to help dig up more opportunities that you find to be able to invest in is the way to go. And, you guys have not caught that conversation with Mark Z. I would message Kurt Shewell today and say, Kurt, talk to me about what Mark was talking about on stage. Can I get my hands on that replay? And I'm actually going to have Kurt on before the end of the year to talk about just that specific thing on the investment side and the team structure and the team dynamic of even where he has, Mark's focus, Mark Z's focus, the entire team there and what they're doing. And so, you guys have mentioned it several times, invest, utilize it. And that was one of the beautiful things. I think we just did shit out of necessity, to be honest with you, in Lawton, Oklahoma. But one of the beautiful things that we really uncovered is that, your real estate business is a gold mine to finding opportunities to be able to unlock and invest. I think there's two investments. I think one actually is real estate, and I think the other is other businesses. And I think, you look at what do we know that is not going to be completely disrupted by AI immediately. I think you look at, depending upon market specific, you look at what trades are very valuable. And especially if you have a team, and this is why my belief of a team, because your team can find more opportunities. And if you're feeding these trades, there's no reason why you shouldn't own a piece of the trade. I'm not saying you own it 100%, and you don't have to be 50-50. You can own 30-40% of these other businesses. To me, is one investment opportunity that the teams need to be able to provide. And then the other is real estate. And I know you guys are like so hardcore focused on this big time. I would love for you to kind of share your thoughts, why it's like what you said, Al, but really the direction. I mean, you guys are in the know. I mean, you guys are connected. You're in the Cardone circle. I mean, you're learning, you're seeing the truth, not, some pie in the sky, but no, this is the direction. This is really what's happening. And this is the real opportunity.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can definitely speak to my experience. I bought real estate where I was at because I knew what a deal was. And that was basically, to me, if I knew what a deal was, I'm in real estate. That's why I bought, 29 rental properties. But the truth is I probably wouldn't invest, when you look at multifamily and like what we're doing in multifamily now, when you do the research on the location and you look, all the data is there. You go look at Dallas, Dallas as a metro and look at the jobs, the job diversity, the migration patterns, that economy is booming because there's more people moving there. There's more jobs. And, when I first moved to Frisco, I didn't move there, but when I first started our company, me and Mike in 2005, the tollway ended at 121. And now it goes to 380. That was dirt roads before. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now the PGA Golf, is there, Universal's building there. Like, it's gone crazy nuts. Like if you would have bought at the end of where the trolley tracks, which they had a 20-year plan that goes all the way to Pottsboro, Texas, which is Lake Texoma. If you bought any land out that way, anytime in the last 20 years, you killed it because the tollway is out. It's about a mile past and they're building it. Yeah. They're out there by the farms out there where you used to live. It's now Gunter is pretty low price, but it's going up in value. Like if you buy residential real estate in areas like that, you're going to do fine. But if you don't understand the economics of your marketplace, like in Lawton, Fort Sill, 40% of the jobs are military related or contractor related. So you get a president that comes in and cuts spending in that area. What happens to your rents, your delinquencies, your vacancy rates? When I couldn't see that across 29 properties, I didn't have it all under one roof where it was scalable and I could see how those things were impacting, but it was ultimately impacting my investments. And so, you would just look at that and you say, I'm not buying multifamily in this marketplace, period. Like that's just one of the things that you look at. And so, I think that's what I've just learned a tremendous amount and grateful for being able to be in the room with people like Grant Cardone that's teaching this stuff. that, you look at the job diversity in the marketplace, you look at multiple factors of whether that's a good place to invest. And ideally you're in an irreplaceable location. And you're buying things that are cash flowing day one. You buy a rental property, and the way that multifamily is valued versus residential is different. Even if I did do rent bumps on all my individual residential houses, which I did not. But if I had done that, even if I'd done that, it doesn't equate to an actual value that's higher for that individual property, because it's going to sell based upon what other comps sell for. Whereas multifamily, you have the opportunity to double your investment every 7 to 10 years because it's based on net operating income. So it's run like and valued like a business. So it's completely different. So, where I never would have invested in Fort Worth or in Dallas and multifamily, because I wouldn't want to run and manage an apartment complex. Now you can get into syndicated deals where you can just invest your money in the best places across the country, where that you can predict all the factors that determine whether rents are going to go up or not, is a good investment or not. And you do that on the front end before you start looking at apartments. So I think that's, as far as investing in real estate, you always want to be where the growth is, and, see where the puck is headed. But in multifamily, the opportunity for you to double the value on that property and exit and 1031 into something else is a lot easier and more scalable than buying 29 properties and trying to do the same thing. And that was my biggest takeaway. Once that clicked, and I was like, that's why that shit didn't work. There was a chapter in Rich Dad Poor Dad that did not tell me that. And so I think that's why we've gotten excited about multifamily. Plus housing affordability. Let's look at what's going on in the marketplace right now. You think there's going to be more people renting or less people renting right now? Probably more. So it's not affordable to go buy. So
especially in Texas, border state,
right?
I mean, nobody's got a choice at this point, right?
Right.
Dude, you took the words out of my mouth and you stole my dang line. We don't skate to the puck, we skate to where the puck is going. And it made me start to think to myself of, like, looking back at my last 26-year career and who you choose to be around. What kind of conversations are happening at your office meeting? Now, look, even the EXP office meetings, I'm at every single one here. I'm on the AAC, whatever. So I'm in there, and there's really good value, especially now, because everyone has to know how to operate correctly here without getting into hot water. But what kind of conversations are they? These kinds of conversations is your leadership talking to you about where the puck is going, where it's going to be in 6 months, 12 months, or where it's at right now? Because if you're looking at where it's at right now, you're already behind the ball. And what you had said about buying land, like it started making me think of CHSA. It's you can't fake being an expert. I mean, you can attempt. We always say fake it till you make it. That's it's probably in the red book somewhere, a real estate term that was created somewhere, fake it till you make it. But the truth is it comes out. That's the inconvenient thing about the truth, is that it's going to show its head. And so you're either an expert or you're not. You can either have a high level conversation with an intelligent person about an investment and know how to calculate an ROI and know how to talk to them. When we're talking about people that have a higher income and wealth, right? Those are the clients that you want. And can you have a conversation about what this property can do for them with their tax situation and depreciation, and education. And I'll be honest, I was buying rentals too. Not as many as you were, when I first got started, but I didn't have anybody teaching me the right way. You know what I mean? I was just kind of doing some math on a napkin, buying this single family home, buying this double, and they were scattered all over Cleveland.
Same thing.
And what I want people that are listening to this podcast to rewind and re-listen to is what Jay just said is the difference with multifamily apartment building, a commercial multifamily apartment building with more than 5 units versus 5 single family homes. 5 single family homes are not looked at. The bank's not going to look at that as a business. Whereas with a multifamily apartment building, it's looked at, it's valued as a business with a net operating income, expenses, and all the things that come with that. So, it's really just an education thing. Mark Z stood up in Detroit and he schooled that room. That room was that their heads were spinning like, it's like the first time I met Mike Reese. And after that hour-long conversation, I felt stupid. I'm like, dang, I need to learn something right now, right? Like that was Mark Z pulled a Mike Reese on the whole room, and it was good. I mean, he should be blessed
7 to 100.
What's that?
7 million net worth to 100 million net worth.
Incredible
strategy. You gave the whole strategy. Play by play. Here it is.